it said like who y'all smoking on or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had left a comment thinking I was trolling.
Mm-hmm.
And I said Tooka.
You ain't gotta keep saying it.
I'm being real with you.
You should have kept that to yourself though, folks.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines, but we'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, like the old saying goes, there's a time and place for everything. And this seems to be the case here with DJ U and FBG Young during their recent interview. Now, FBG Young did an interview with DJ UTV in the past, and it seemed to go pretty good. He asked Young a few questions about himself in his past, and it was cool because if you know anything about Young, he don't do too many interviews. Now, on top of that, to me, personally, it's always interesting when DJ U does interviews with guys from the other side, period, because he actually was King Von's DJ. So I kind of always anticipate one of his guests from the other side to bring it up, but they never do. However, this time in an interview with Young, DJ U himself decided to bring it up that he wasn't only King Von's DJ, but he also called himself trolling Tooka at a point in time on Reddit. Now, I can't lie. When I first seen the interview and it got to that part, my first reaction was, why? Right? First, why didn't he confess to FBG Young off camera if it was genuine? And two, why in the world would DJ U bring that up when it didn't need to be mentioned? And I'm more than sure Young didn't even know that DJ U called himself trolling Tooka on Reddit, so it wasn't needed. Yes, we know that he was King Von's DJ, and I'm sure whenever Von was reciting lyrics, we not from 63rd, DJ U would recite them along with him, and that was his job. But there was no need for him to mention the Reddit thing during the interview. Now, for y'all that don't know what's going on and what I'm referring to here, in a nutshell, FBG Duck affiliate FBG Young did an interview with DJ UTV, who also used to be King Von's DJ, and y'all know the whole drama between Duck and Von. If you know anything about King Von, you know he made it very clear that he was always smoking on Tooka. Tooka is a kid from Chicago that was affiliated with the GDs and friends with the likes of guys from FBG, and he was shot and killed back in 2011. Around this time, the drill culture was just starting to take off, with Chief Keef leading it at the time when he would blow up with songs such as 300, where he first most notably dissed Tooka for the world to hear, saying he's smoking on Tooka. Since then, smoking Tooka has been a worldwide thing where guys that's not even from Chicago would say they're smoking Tooka and don't even know the true meaning behind it. If y'all remember, Brooklyn, New York artist Young M.A. mentioned in the song that she was smoking Tooka, and allegedly FBG Duck confronted her about it, and she told him that she didn't mean to diss him, she just thought it was a lingo for weed. And I'm assuming most people did, because if you're not from Chicago and you're watching videos or listening to guys on mainstream radio, for the most part, most of them guys have been BDs. From Chief Keef, Dirk, King Von, these guys are who outsiders mostly hear, and they say smoking Tooka more frequent than anything. So unless you was keeping up with the drill culture, you probably would think that is just a lingo for weed, but that's also the problem, because it's not. And what happens is it means that you're just stealing people's lingo, their slang, and you don't even know the meaning behind it. But now that you understand where Tooka and his references stem from, let's speak on the interview between DJ U and FBG Young. Now, DJ U already asked Young about his affiliation with Tooka, and Young made it pretty clear that Tooka was like an everyday homie, and when he passed, it hurted him a lot. Then the conversation went from Young's affiliation with Tooka, the Chief Keef mentioning Tooka, and Young saying that he don't care because he feel it's played out. Then it segued into King Von and them saying it all the time, and DJU explaining that even 100K Track, who was Von's manager and from Florida, who got nothing to do with anything in Chicago, will also say things like, "Where's the Tooka?" Right? It got to a point where Young was saying that he didn't even want to hear about Von, and I think maybe DJU was trying to get a certain reaction out of Young, but Young responded maturely and answered his questions. Now, after all this, DJU mentioned that back in 2019, he trolled Tooka as well. Now, before he can even get it out, you can hear FBG Young say, "I better not have heard you said that too," talking about smoking Tooka. And that's when DJU revealed that it was a time where he joined the bandwagon and was trolling Tooka just because. He didn't say it out his mouth, but he says that his Reddit account is currently suspended permanently because he said that he was smoking on Tooka. Now, to be honest with you, you could tell in FBG Young's demeanor that he felt the way whether he admits it or not, because even he asked him right afterwards, "You want me to end this interview?" Then he said, "I'm not gonna lie, you should have kept that to yourself." But here's the thing. I feel this is a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. You have no wins when it comes to social media. If Young would have reacted and ended the interview or did something to DJU, they would have said Young overreacted, Young too emotional and in his feelings because it happened in 2019. It was a long time ago. Young should have just kept doing the interview and been professional. Then being that he didn't crash out, now you have people saying things like Young is soft, he should have reacted, how he let DJU play in his face like that, X, Y, and Z. So like I said, it's almost impossible to debate with the internet. However, it is a little weird on DJU's behalf because prior to him saying what he said, Young just told him that Tooka died and he was hurt behind it. So why in the world, knowing that he just told you he was hurt behind his passing, would you go and tell the man that you said you was smoking on Tooka? Right? Then he showed him the Reddit message more than once, and then he said it like 2 or 3 times. You see what I'm saying? It's bad enough you was Von DJ, but I guess guys give him a pass because they like, well, you didn't have nothing to do with nothing. You were just a DJ. But when you say things like, I was smoking on Tooka too, I just said it, it's like, damn. Now you putting yourself in the mix, trying to make yourself a target. Because you don't know how someone might feel behind that. And then they start putting everything into perspective, like, yo, you used to be around the ops, you was a DJ, I'm sure you was probably dissing too, and then now you just diss Tooka. You never know what people are thinking, right? Y'all gotta remember, you got guys that lose their lives that got nothing to do with the situation sometimes, but ops see them under their ops pictures commenting or liking or in music videos, and they make them targets too just because they're affiliated with their ops. You see what I'm saying? So you never know. Now, if you watch the interview after DJU admitted that he said that he was smoking on Tooka on Reddit, it's like the energy kind of shifted in the room. Young seems like his guards was kind of like up. It wasn't too much laughing and joking after that. And you could tell in Young's face that he wasn't feeling it, but he did keep it professional and they continued the interview. All right. Now, DJU actually issued an apology to Tooka's family and also acknowledged that what he said may have been disrespectful to not only Tooka, but FBG Young as well. DJU would take to social media to say, quote, "In my most recent interview with FBG Young, I admitted to him that I had made a comment about his deceased friend Tooka in the past. This confession came off to be distasteful and disrespectful to not only FBG Young, but to the viewers as well. I would like to apologize to Tooka's mom, family, friends, and fans for leaving an anonymous comment on Reddit disrespecting Tooka back in 2019. Forgive me for my ignorance. Hashtag DJU go crazy." So I don't know if it was the reaction he got from social media or if he just genuinely felt he was being disrespectful and that's what made him issue an apology. Now, even during the interview, DJU says that the reason he mentioned it was because he just wanted to put it out there and own up to his mistakes as a man and let it be known that he's learned from it and realized that it was just him trolling and being foolish. And I get it, because even though it may not have been the right time to say it, it would have been worse if someone else did it and called themselves exposing DJU for it, and I think that'll make it worse than him coming out himself saying that he actually did it. So I don't know, I'm 50-50 about it because I do understand that he just wanted to get it out, but part of me also feel that it's just something that could have been left out and never spoken about. You know, there's some things you just keep to yourself, some things that must go to the grave with you. And that's one thing that he said it was under an anonymous account, right? So nobody would have even known that it was him that said it or did it, or if his account was permanently banned if he would have never said anything. So once again, that's something he could have just took with him, you know, and left it out. Right? But anyway, of course, social media will have something to say in response to his apology. And here's a few things some social media users had to say. One person will respond to the apology underneath International Drill Music's post, and they would say, quote, "Ignorance, bro knew exactly what he was doing. He was just on some over groupied out ish around Vaughn. N-word said it was the thing to say, now it's ignorance, laughing emoji." Then somebody else would say, quote, "Why ever post it if you knew Young wasn't feeling it?" Then somebody else would say, quote, "It's not like he was a little kid doing this. He was a grown man who knew exactly what he was doing. Don't let him off so easily. He need to run that fade 100 emoji." Then the last person would say, quote, "When cloud chasing goes wrong, but played in Young face though, and folks ain't do none." So clearly some people feel that Young should have did something. Some people feel that DJU, you know, his apology wasn't genuine. He knew exactly what he was doing. At the time, he was grown. He was just, I guess, trolling, trying to get attention. Who knows? Now, shout out to 16Shotem Visualz because he actually made a good point in his response to the interview, and he was mainly speaking on FBG Young. All right, as y'all know, DJ UTV and 16, they ain't the best of friends. You know, they had their little whatever, they quarrels in the past. But 16, he actually responded to the whole situation, and he made a whole good point. Y'all check this out.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Nah, he just did what he had to do, though. I wouldn't spit on. I wouldn't spit on him.
You would have swung.
No, you gotta knock him out.
You would have knocked him out. Practical thing on his end, though, like.
Why did you got Tooka downstairs? She's smoking Tooka.
I don't have her saying nothing. She said what she said.
Yeah.
Tooka.
Yeah.
That's his second, third time, folks.
I don't want to hear what you would have did no more on phono. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear you say nothing about me spitting on Buddy and not beating them folk. I don't want to hear nothing. Unless you playing it smart on phono, you like, hey, he just marked himself. But if that ain't how you playing it for, I don't want to hear it, gang. On phono, I don't want to hear it. Never, ain't no never finna say that in front of me 3 times. You not even finna play like that 1 time on bro.
Now, 16 point of view is this. You had something to say to FYBJ Main for allowing Cuban Doll to diss Tooka, and you had something to say when he spat on Flacco during the No Jumper interview and said what you would have did, but you just had an opportunity to do something to someone that admitted he trolled your friend in your face and you didn't do anything about it. Now, the part where, like I said, he had a point was when Young came at FYBJ Main for allowing Cuban Doll to diss Tooka. Now, you know, I don't know, some people feel that DJU diss Tooka in his face. Some people feel that he was just saying it to say it and, you know, confessing. Who knows? But anyway, 16 went on to say that he ain't no super duper gangster, but he's not about to let someone diss his friend in his face 3 times and nothing happened. So once again, I think this is more of a debate where some people feel Young should have did something because DJU disrespected, and some feel that Young didn't need to do anything because it was just an interview and he was confessing what he did in the past. Now, FBG Young, he will respond to 16Shotem's post on his Instagram, and Young would say, quote, "Don't spread narrative, gang, like an N-word just disrespected, man. I hate y'all job," laughing emoji. You know, so I guess he's taking it. What he's trying to say is, don't spread a narrative like he disrespected him to his face. He was just pretty much confessing. I guess that's why he didn't do anything. And plus, it's an interview. So I don't know. But I guess Young is just saying, don't spread a narrative like he disrespected me and I didn't do nothing about it. But I'm going to leave that up to y'all. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Do y'all think that DJU disrespected Young in his face? Was the apology genuine? You know, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments below, man. Like I said, I don't know. DJU actually apologized during the interview and after, and it seemed like they do got a relationship with each other off camera, so it's not like they just random, you know, and he let him say whatever he say in his face. I don't know. You know, y'all let us know how y'all feel in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping, and I'm out.